Hello folks, how you doing? It's Des Kays. This is another book recommendation video. Quite recently, well, I've been reading quite a lot of books, but one that I've just finished reading that I think people may find of some interest, and it's called Alone in the Wilderness by Joseph Knowles. This book, if I just read the bit on the back cover, in 1913 Joseph Knowles, a professional illustrator, set out into the wilderness of Maine to begin a 2-month survival experiment. This book is his story, inclusive of his original sketches. Now if we have a quick flick through and I'll show you some of the pictures, they're all in black and white. The photos are very small, but this guy was an actual artist. And now, for example, if we take that picture there, I know it's very small, I don't know if you can actually see the writing that says underneath, but it actually says "The Deer and the Wild Fawn," a sketch made in the woods by the author on birch bark with burnt sticks from his fires. Now, I'll tell you what, if you actually get hold of this book and read it, the actual drawings that he's done, considering he's just used a sheet of birch bark and say a burnt stick off the fire, they're absolutely amazing. I couldn't do it with a pencil and paper and a rubber, you know. Absolutely amazing, really interesting book. He literally goes into the woods, into the wilderness with nothing. He literally strips off, has a few puffs on a cigarette, stubs it out. He's seen off by a party of people from his little town, and then off he goes 2 months into the wilderness. And it's a wonderful book, from chartering from him going to the start, getting the idea, and then actually completing the experience, and then the aftermath. Okay, so it's quite a short book. What I'll do is I'll put an ISBN number in the bottom now. I actually purchased this from Amazon. If I can get it on as an affiliate link, I will. If you want to purchase it, it was only about £10, something like that, if that, even less. Well, no more than that. It's actually quite a good book, but obviously if you're into the stuff that we're into, you know, if you enjoy the outdoors and that kind of thing, then you might find this book of some interest. There's a real good sort of stuff in it as well. I mean, you know, we're living in a time of anxiety and depression and everything else, but, you know, I don't think there's a time scale on it, because there's actually some parts in the book we actually read where he's actually battling you know, certain issues about being alone in the wilderness for that length of time and all that sort of stuff, but I won't sort of spoil it. But as I say, it's not a bad book. Okay, so that's Alone in the Wilderness by Joseph Knowles. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Check out the description. Hopefully there'll be a link there for my affiliates page if you want to go and buy it, or just go over and check it out. You might want to get it cheaper than getting it from Amazon. All right, so there it is, Alone in the Wilderness by Joseph Knowles.